The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is rated E for everyone by the ESRB. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Ocarina of Time Master Quest. In the last episode, we decided we weren't going to do a side quest because of lacking equipment and materials. So we decided to come up to Goron City. We got the red tunic. And then we got enough rupees, over 300. Man, that is some major slowdown. We got over 300 rupees, so now we're going to continue with that side quest. We also got the Bolero of Fire from Sheik, which will allow us to teleport back up here to Death Mountain whenever we need to. Of course, we will be on the inside of Death Mountain in the crater, but beggars can't be choosers. So now we're going to make our way back down, get a blue fire from the potion shop, and make our way to Zora's domain in order to get the prescription to King Zora. Don't want to miss purchase. You put a blue fire into the bottle. This is a cool flame. It can be used with those. Would you like to buy something else? No. Now, so that we don't accidentally misuse the blue fire, I'm not going to equip it just yet. We're going to make our way south to Zora's domain first, before I even get started on that. Now, I'm just thinking if I have all the songs. I believe I do, so in another part I will go back to Zora's River to complete a side quest there. What I want to do is, because of placement, I want Epona to come here. Sorry guys, I know that I am a little unprepared, but I am setting up to make this as flawless as possible, because if I fail running from one area to another from here, then I have to come all the way back to King Zora in order to get new, to redo this part. This is probably the most intense part of this side quest, because one wrong move and it's all over. So, as we make our way back up Zora's River, you will notice that you are now tall enough that you won't need to swim. I'm pretty sure I can't go this way. Yeah, I can. Camera. There we go. There is a bean spot at the entrance of Zora's River where you can plant a bean. And what that bean spot does is it takes you all the way up the river, up to Zora's domain. So if you had the money when you were a kid and you bought all the magic beans you needed and planted one beside the bean seller, then you don't have to do this walk. I, however, am doing this walk because there is something that I want here, now that it's night. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. It is easy to miss this gold Skulltula, which is why I'm showcasing it for anyone who is trying to get 100%. Once again, I know I said this like in a bunch of episodes now, but in case you are new and starting on this episode rather than on episode 1, we are not doing 100% gold Skulltulas. The reward is endless rupees, and at the end of the game, which is when you get all 100 Skulltulas, it is not worth it for the infinite rupees. You'd have everything unlocked by then. You would not need to buy any items from shops, maybe potions, but you get free milk from Talon when you're younger. So, and you can find fairy fountains almost in every location. Now, the reason why I'm using the blue fire up here and not at the store, because there is red ice in front of the store, is because that would mean that I'd have to buy new blue fire, which is 300 rupees, in order to defrost both locations. Now that we're here, we're going to use the blue fire and thaw out King Zora from his entombment. And not only are we going to show him the prescription, but if we talk to him now... Oh, I've come back to life. Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater. We got the second tunic already, the Zora tunic. This diving suit is adult size, so it won't fit a kid. Wear it and you won't drown underwater. Now, out of all the colors right now, the Zora tunic best goes with Link's ensemble. The blue shield, the Master Sword, and the blue Zora tunic is perfect. I love this combination of clothing. We already know about the cloud over Death Mountain. Now, if we show King Zora the prescription... Oh, is that? Well, Eyedrops. You might say we have them, you might say we don't. We do have the ingredients. If you take the ingredients to the doctor at the lake laboratory, he can make the drops for you. But you need to deliver them fresh. Can you make it before they spoil? Yes. You used the prescription and received an eyeball frog. Be quick and deliver it to Lake Hylia before it's cold. So now we have 3 minutes to make it all the way to Lake Hylia, and if the domain was not frozen, we could just as easily swim underneath into that gateway that we had open and available to us as a kid and just swim there. But because we don't, we have to go down the river, go down Old Man River, and deliver the ingredients the long way. I believe if you had a special song, you can make it there by using that song, but I don't know if it would count, or if you would have to do it by walking because the ingredients would spoil by the warp song. There are moments and instances where the warp songs are beneficial, and times when they are not. Such as after this, we have to go back up to Big Goron. Where's Epona? Interesting. First I'm yawning all the time, now my nose is bugging me. It's always something, isn't it? That is so weird that Epona was not here when we left her. Where we left her. So I'm not sure what happened there. Anyways, we still have 1.5 minutes to make it all the way to Zora's River, to Lake Hylia, and with Epona, we turn this from a 1.5 minute walking trip to maybe a half-minute riding trip. This is another reason why I got Epona when I did, because I knew that I would be wanting her to do these side quests. You could wait until after the water temple, when you get better equipment to do this, and you don't need Epona. But I prefer taking the jump across Gerudo Valley with the horse rather than with a hookshot. Anyways, we've made it to the laboratory. We are going to quickly turn Epona around so that she's facing the correct way. And now we're going to go into the laboratory and talk to him. Oh, wow. I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Zora's domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora. Eh? What? These are for making Big Goron's eye drops. Oh, how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. I've never done an old man voice like that, but I'm really appreciating the sounds and the wisps. Here, take it. Oh, here it is. This medicine doesn't have preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You're young, you can do it. You traded the eyeball frog for the world's finest eye drops. Hurry, take them to Big Goron before they go bad. You have an additional minute to get through Lake Hylia, Hyrule Field, Kakariko Village, Death Mountain Trail, just in time. Epona, you were supposed to get going. There we go. Just in time with the eye drops, if you have Epona. Otherwise, it is a very tight run and a race, and I do not recommend it. Anyways, we will be back to the laboratory because there is a secret that you can do that I actually learned recently in order to complete a not really a side quest, but like an objective at the laboratory that you would normally need the golden scale for, but if you're good at timing, you can actually skip that and don't have to worry about the scale. In a previous episode, I talked about it before, you do need to do the childhood fishing game to get the what am I thinking? To get the heart piece, and then do the adult timeline fishing game to get the gold scale. There is a way where you can get the gold scale as a kid first as the prize, instead of the heart piece, and then when you do the adult game, you can get the heart piece instead of the gold scale. I don't remember the method of doing that. It's kind of a glitch in the game, but I'll be able to show you guys another glitch in the game that's really more of an exploit to the rules than it is a glitch. Anyways, now that we're back on Death Mountain, all we have to do is get to the top of the path, and we made it to Big Goron with his eye drops. With no preservatives. I don't know why you would make eye drops without preservatives, if that's something that's a normal thing to do or not. But regardless, we'll be able to get him the eye drops before they expire, and he can start making us the strongest weapon in the game. I think the only weapon stronger would be the Megaton Hammer, which we'll be getting in the next couple of episodes. But I think it's more of a tie in battle than it is a stronger weapon. Now, I do want to make a note of this. When you climb Death Mountain as a kid, the eruption is right on top of you. When you climb Death Mountain as an adult, the rocks fall in a random positioning, which means that you're able to get through it without needing to break and stop. I am going to destroy these two gold Skulltulas because they are awful to deal with. And if I am lucky, the Tektite is not going to jump on top of us. I don't know where the Tektite jumped to, but it doesn't matter. We made it to the Big Goron. with daytime, which is probably bad for me, to be honest. But that's fine. We'll give him the eye drops. Really? You brought the eye drops? I'm so relieved. Relieved. I'm going to use them right now. Hilarious. Wow! This is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Just wait patiently. I've gone through like 3 different voices in that entire section. You got the big Goron sword. You got a claims check for it. You can't wait for the sword to be completed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the Ocarina and we're going to play the Sun Song 6 times. So I'm going to fast forward it so you don't have to worry about dealing with the time travel and waiting for it to be done. I'm pretty sure this should work. Not yet. Hey you are impatient. No, it's been 3 days. This is day 3. That sword is my finest work. You handed in the claim check and got the big Goron sword. This blade was forged by a mastersmith and won't break. The reason why it comments that is because you can actually get a sword slotted here called the big Goron knife, or the Goron's knife, and it breaks if you hit it against a wall, like instantly. It's not like Majora's Mask where you get 100 swings and it breaks. It is literally you strike something and it's gone. The big Goron knife is so perfect and flawless that it will not break on stone or anything. And now we have the strongest weapon in the game, which means we have done it. We will now be able to defeat the bosses in this game with twice the speed. And yes, you could have done this before you even entered the forest temple, but because of my pacing and timing, I wanted this this trade sequence to wait until after the forest temple. But I was gonna wait until after the fire temple due to financial problems. But now that we've got it, we've got it. The claims check does not disappear from inventory. It stays in that slot. I have no idea why. It's probably because this is the adult trading item and this is the child trading item, and it just wants to keep those in place. Anyways, guys, I'm going to play us one last song. It's so hot here. We can't stay in here forever. And in the next episode, guys, we're going to go into the Fire Temple. Thank you all for watching this episode. If you liked what you watched, subscribe. Sorry, wrong pacing. Leave a comment in the comment section below, mash that like button, and subscribe if you have not for more Master Quest content. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye, guys.